Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, we're going to be talking about how do I feel about fabric softener being used for your crochet hair. Now this video is totally inspired by a comment from one of you guys out there. So shout out to you, Elizabeth Nash. I'm gonna read your comment and I'm gonna address that in today's video. So Elizabeth says, and she posted this on my Brazilian Go-Go Curl crochet hair review video a few weeks ago as you're watching this, but she said, so what about India Aja said fragrance-free Downy softens the hair. She oils her scalp and sprays the hair with a bottle of 50% Downy and 50% water. Please let me know what you feel about spraying the hair with Downy. Please. I got that comment and I immediately thought I have a whole video where I talk about this. Like I have a whole video where I discuss this topic. What is she even talking about? She must not have gone through my content. So I went through my content and I couldn't find that video. I could not find that video. And then I went on Instagram because I was like, no, I distinctly remember me holding up a bottle of Downy beside my head years ago. And then I found that picture on my Instagram. If you follow me there, LeahLevon89, I did post that photo June of 2018, so almost 4 years ago. But that wasn't a dedicated video. I talked about fabric softener and using it in one of my hair, I believe that was a deep twist hair. I cannot remember the specific brand. I'm inserting a clip as you're seeing it right now. I do talk about fabric softener in that video in 2018, but it's not the full body of that video. It's a crochet hair review video where I happen to address fabric softener in my experience with it. Now I know and I remember exactly how I feel, so I didn't really need to rewatch that video. Using fabric softener on crochet hair is not something that is recent within the last few years. It's something I had continuously heard about even from 2016 when I started wearing crochet hair. I finally decided to try it in 2018 and I haven't really done it since. So in that video, I talk about my experience with it. I didn't feel like, one, it helped in a way that some of my other products, I mean, it helped. I think it did help, but I think there are specific products that I'm going to talk about in today's video that do the same thing. So I didn't necessarily feel like I was getting anything improved. Like this is the best thing since sliced bread. This is it. And two, in that video, I used either Snuggle or Downy. Can't remember the exact brand right now as I'm sitting here, but I do remember it was a fragrance, so it was not fragrance free. And I specifically went to work, like after I had done this, because I still, worked in the office. I went to work. We were walking all together as a group to a conference room. I remembered what year it was specifically because my manager at the time, she was like, if somebody got dryer sheets, I smell an abundance of dryer sheets right now, and I don't know what it is. And I was like, oh, it's probably me. It's definitely me because I use fabric softener and I was nose blind to the smell. Because the thing about crochet hair, and this is why it's probably important to use fragrance free. At that time, I didn't use fragrance free, but you don't need to use any fragrance fabric softener for sure if you're gonna do this method, only because it does severely absorb the scents and you become nose blind. The thing about crochet hair, I've always said that, is that it holds on to a scent very strongly. So whether you smoke, if you're a smoker, the thing about smokers I always find funny is that they are nose blind to how they smell or what smells around them. I had a family member who claimed they had stopped smoking. I was in their vehicle, smelled completely like smoke. Claimed they had been stopped. I mean, for a while stopped, and it smelled like that. And I didn't make no comment because I know quitting smoking is an individual's journey, but that individual was nose blind to the fact that their car smelled like that because they're used to it. And we do the same thing. I love going on trips and coming back to my house because I get to smell my house being away. And sometimes like, does it smell like that? It smells good? It smells bad. Okay, it smells that way because we're in our home. But I was nose blind to the fact that my hair smelled as strongly as it did with that fabric softener. So I was opposed to it for two reasons. One, I used the wrong fabric softener and I got comments that I should have used non-scented. 100% understand that. And two, it did a good job. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely did a good job, but it wasn't my end all be all product. Now I always have fabric softener in my home because I love to use it for my towels, my sheets, just, wash your fabric soft. So I keep it. Now, this is probably scented, so I'm not going to spray this on my head, or I'm not going to use this on my head, but what they say to do is to pour 50% of this and then some water into a spray bottle. That's what I did in my video. I had a bottle at that time and I sprayed it in my hair. I like the consistency. Like, if I can, it's a nice kind of consistency. Smell good. Who doesn't love it? I love the smell of this. Again, don't want my whole head smelling like it, but I like the smell of it. But it's not my preferred detangling product. I watched India's video. I love India. By the way, if you're not following India, please follow her. What are you waiting on? Like, she did a whole week of nothing but crochet hair videos. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. She posted a crochet video every single day. She ranked her favorite free tress hairs. She does it all. Pause this video, put the screen down, and go follow her. You're getting consistent crochet hair content. With me, I like wearing my hair a lot more. I've been doing a lot of all over the place stuff. So please follow her for consistent content. But I saw her hair. I saw she took it from the way it was. And the two things it really worked well for was detangling and adding a bit of vibrancy back to the hair, which hair loses at some point. Now, my hair right now, I've had it in a week. It's been doing wonderful. Like, y'all saw the name of it if you check the description box, and you'll see the review video of it probably shortly. So it doesn't need product. That's the first thing. First things first, understand that not every hair requires fabric softener. Mousse, Miracle Worker by Hawaiian Silky. Not every hair requires water product. Like, don't add product for the sake of adding product because you watched a video and said, oh, a product needs to be added. Well, let me do it. You evaluate the hair. Again, I'm in the evaluation period. It's been 1 week of me wearing this hair and I haven't felt the need to bring a product, so I'm not going to arbitrarily put mousse in it if it doesn't need it. If it needed it, then it's going to be added. And so that's what I said with any hair. I get comments all the time, Leah, well, what about this hair that I've never tried before in my life? They're like, well, what about Bobbi Boss, the Brazilian curly curl? I've never tried that hair, so I don't know. Without me trying it, if I don't have a review on it where I talk about what I use personally, I do not give blanketed advice because I've never had that and I don't know what it requires. Does it require nothing? Does it require something? So first evaluate whether the hair actually needs it, and then if it needs it, determine what you're needing it for. Do you need a detangling agent? Because sometimes just detangling the hair as is can be rough on your fingers, especially if it's both tangled and very rigid. I think this consistency of this product, mixing it with water, definitely helps restore some of that luster to the hair. Definitely acts as a great agent for detangling, as that lubricant for detangling. But a product that I think does the exact same thing and is actually designed for hair and can be used for multiple purposes is the Hawaiian Silky Miracle Worker. Now, this is what that looks like. You guys know I made a whole video about this product. Has it been 4 years now too? Yeah, it's been quite some time. Almost 4 years ago, where when I discovered this, I was like, this is it. This is my adds luster and works as a great detangling agent product. Now, this is also a spray, so it's a kind of a spray consistency. And you kind of have that, and then you work it in. Quite honestly, it feels like if you were to mix fabric softener and water together. You get that, you get the spray, you're getting the same equivalent of things, and this is unscented, so you're not getting a scented product. I'll get a lot of questions. What's the exact name? You're not saying the exact name because I think they think I'm like Miracle Worker isn't the name. It's Hawaiian Silky Miracle Worker 14-in-1. That is the name of this, and it has a lot of uses. That's why it's called 14-in-1. It's a no drip activator. It moisturizes hair, defines curls, softens hair, adds shine, soothes dry scalp, reduces breakage, strengthens for weaves and braids, thermal protectant, detangles. It has a lot. There are 14 uses of this, and I think the uses encompass what the fabric softener is supposed to do too. It detangles, it adds the shine. I like this product, and I think it's made specifically for hair, so you're not having to go to a store and buying a fabric softener. Like, I use a scented one for my normal home, but if I were to buy something specifically for my hair, then I would have to go to the store, buy a fabric softener made for clothes that is unscented, that I just keep in my pantry or with my hair products, I guess, if I were to solely use it for my hair. Whereas this is a product that it feels natural to be with my hair products, and it does the exact same thing. Like, it honestly, you spray it on your hair. This hair does not need product, so I'm just going to do this for demonstration. But you just spray it on your hair, or you can spray it on your hands. I kind of like my hands better. Rub it in, detangle that way, like if I needed to, detangle. And it is adding that shine, it's adding that moisture, it's adding that luster. I think it's adding exactly what fabric softener is doing. So I don't think it's anything wrong with using fabric softener. I say everything to say I don't think there's anything wrong with mixing it and adding that water. Honestly, it's a great way. Her hair looks beautiful afterwards. But if you don't want to go that route, or you want to have multi-use, maybe you love unscented fabric softener and you just happen to have it in your cabinet and you don't want to run out and buy another hair product, then yeah, that's a good idea. But if you just want to have a hair product that works, and I've used this on my own hair for other uses, like it has 14-in-1 uses, so I've used it outside of crochet hair and it still works. So it's not something that takes up space in my hair basket only to be used for crochet hair. It can be used for so many other things. I like it. I truly like this product. So to answer that question, I know you guys watch other creators' contents and sometimes you're like, what do you think? I think you find what works best for you. I loved her advice. I loved it look. And if you search crochet hair and fabric softener on YouTube, you'll see a lot of videos, a lot of creators, not just for crochet hair, but synthetic wigs, dipping your hair in fabric softener and water to revitalize synthetic wigs. I've seen that work. It does work. I believe it works. But am I gonna, feature it heavily on my channel? No, because I feel like I personally have a product that does what fabric softener and water does, if that makes sense. So you guys, let me know down below. Are you pro fabric softener and you feel like there's nothing else? Are you pro just mousse? Mousse for me doesn't serve the same purpose. Like, mousse is not giving what this gives, and it's not giving what fabric softener would give either. This is not going to give that shine, that luster back to a hair. This does not help in that way. If you're going to do mousse, then you're going to need to go in with braid sheen spray. Mousse is a great detangling agent, and sometimes I do use it for some hair that don't care about the luster. So if I'm doing a free tress bohemian or a free tress water wave, that hair, the luster may lose itself, but it's very lustery in the early days. So mousse, it just depends on the hair. And then sometimes, again, I'm wearing hair where I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing right now. It's good as is, but I might, whip out Hawaiian Silky at the end. So overall, those are my thoughts. Again, check out India's channel. I'm not going to say it again. Like I just told y'all before, there are plenty of incredible crochet hair content, and you guys are missing out. Make sure that you're also subscribed to my channel and turn that bell on for me as well. Please and thank you. Make sure that you're following me on Instagram at LegalYvonne89 so you can keep up with my shenanigans in real time. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Feel your flow, wine and flow. This one will be private show. Got me low.